Hello students, today we are going to discuss and extend our knowledge about DOS commands, that is disk operating system commands. In this lecture, I will be using disk operating system. I will be calling it as DOS. A command is a set of instructions used to perform a specific work. DOS commands are small programs which are made to perform a particular task. Every DOS command performs different tasks. It is not possible to work on the computer without these commands. DOS commands are entered at the DOS prompt, for example, A prompt or C prompt. The role of DOS is to interpret commands that the user enters via the keyboard. These commands allow the following tasks to be executed: file and folder management, disk upgrades, hardware configuration, memory optimization, and program execution. DOS commands, that is disk operating system commands, are mainly of two types: one, internal commands; two, external commands. Both command types are executed from the MS-DOS prompt, that is C prompt or A prompt. DOS comes with a built-in command interpreter called command.com. Command.com is the file name of the default operating system shell for DOS operating systems. This file is uploaded during the boot process, which means that command.com is resident in memory at all times, and the command that it understands are available to the user at all times. The command.com command interpreter accepts commands issued through the keyboard or other input device and carries them out according to the command's definition. The internal commands reside in command.com, which loads into memory when the computer system is started. These commands do not reside on the disk in the form of file in the directory. So, these commands are executable immediately after getting the DOS prompt. They are also called as memory resident commands. Internal commands were built in DOS shell commands. Example of internal commands which are already loaded in command.com file which switching to the MS-DOS are cd, that is change directory; copy, which we use to copy a file from one destination to another; del or del, which we use to delete a particular file; and dir, that is to show directory structure of that particular system. MS-DOS commands, those are not included in command.com, are called external DOS commands. These commands are found in separate files on the hard disk so that they do not typically consume valuable memory space. They are loaded into memory only as called for. External commands request actually runs a program contained in a separate file. These files are called COM or exe files. External commands are actually small utility programs. They are not loaded automatically into the memory, but must exist in the form of file and are found in separate files on hard disk or floppy disk. These commands are meant for special purposes and are also called as disk resident commands. The external commands are files that do reside on disk and have an extension of .exe, that is .executable file, or .bat, that is a batch file. Example of external commands which are not loaded while loading the program, but are available in the disk and can be invoked whenever necessary are format and tree, out of which we use format command to format a particular disk. Tree command is used to display the tree structure of particular disk. To start MS-DOS, click on the Start button of Windows operating system and choose Run. In the Run dialog box, type CMD or command, which is the exe file for MS-DOS. Click on the OK button. It opens the DOS prompt, where DOS command will run. DOS wildcards are characters that can be used to match up unknown characters in file names. There are two wildcards in DOS. Asterisks. Asterisks mean matching up with any combination of allowable characters. Question mark, which equals matches up with any single allowable character. These two characters, asterisk and question mark, are used for wildcards, therefore they cannot be in file names. For example, a file name test question mark dot doc or test star dot doc is not allowed. The asterisk character can stand in for any number of characters. For example, d:/test del star dot doc. This command will delete every file with the doc extension from the test directory of D drive. So, files like test.doc, program.doc and 123.doc will be deleted. d:/test delete t star dot doc. This command will delete every file that begin with T and had an extension of doc, that is a doc file. So, files like test.doc, table.doc, t123.doc will be deleted in this case. d:/test prompt del space star dot star. This command will delete every file in the directory d:/test. The first star in star dot star covers every file name and the second one covers every extension. Therefore, all files with any name and extension will be deleted. The question mark wildcard stands in for a single character. For example, d:/test prompt del space question mark dot doc. This command will delete files that had a single character in file name and doc extension in test directory. So, a file like a.doc or b.doc will be deleted. Another example is d:/test prompt del space ab question mark dot doc. This command will delete files with 3-letter names, in which the first 2 letters were AB and third will be any character with a doc extension. So, files like abc.doc and ab1.doc will be deleted. Another example is d:/test prompt del space b question mark dot do question mark. This command will delete files with 2-letter names in which the first letter were B and second will be any character, and with extension do followed by any one character like doc and dot. So, files like abc.doc and ab1.dot will be deleted. Now, combine both the wildcards d:/test prompt del space asterisk b question mark dot do question mark. This command will delete those files in which the second last letter will be B, followed by any one character with extension DO followed by any one character, while one or more than one character may be in file name before letter B. So, files like 12abc.doc and xab1.dot will be deleted. File attributes are metadata associated with computer files that define file system's behavior. Each attribute can have one of two states, set and cleared. Attributes are considered distinct from other metadata such as dates and times, file name extensions or file system permissions. Files in DOS have four types of attributes. 1. Read only. Read only allows the file to be only viewed and not written to or changed. User can only read the data of file, but user cannot edit or delete the data. 2 is archived. This allows Microsoft Backup and other backup programs to know what files to backup. Its state indicates whether or not the file has been backed up. 3rd is hidden. Hidden makes files invisible to standard users and hidden if shows hidden files option is enabled. dir command does display these types of file and folder. If user wants to list these files or folders, he has to supply attribute with the dir commands. 4th, system. This makes the file an important system file. It indicates that the hosting file is a critical system file that is necessary for the computer to operate properly. MS-DOS and Microsoft Windows use it to mark important system files. The attrib command is an external command. It allows a user to change the attributes of a file or files. It sets or displays the read only, archive, system and hidden attributes of a file or directory. Syntax of attrib command is attrib d:path file name /s. Now, let us understand the syntax which we can use with attrib command. In the syntax path is complete address of file like d:/test +r. +r option is used to make a file read only. Read only files may be read, but they can't be changed or deleted. -r. -r option is used to change the file protection attribute back to normal, that is to remove read only, so that it can be read, changed or deleted. Next syntax is +a. +a option is used to set the archive attribute of a file. When the +a option is used, this flags the file as available for archiving when using the backup or xcopy commands. -a syntax. -a option is used to turn off the archive attribute. +h. With DOS version 4 through 6, use the +h option to set the hidden attributes of a file so that it will not appear in a directory listing. Syntax -h. -h option is used to turn off the hidden attribute so that it will appear in a directory listing. +s. With DOS versions after version 4, use the +s option to set the system attribute of a file. When the +s option is used, this flags the file as a command file used only by DOS. The file will not appear in a directory listing. This attribute is generally reserved for programmers. Syntax -s. -s option is used to turn off the system attribute. /s. /s switch to set attributes on subdirectories found within the specified path. dir is disk information report, most important command of DOS. It displays the content of the current directory if command prompt shows d:/prompt and v type dir, content of D drive is displayed, as well as if command prompt shows d:/test prompt and v type dir, content of test directories is displayed. Now, let us understand the syntax of dir command. Open close square bracket, full file path specifies the path to the file, for example d:/test/test.doc. Open close square bracket, display format. This command controls the display format. Now, let us discuss display formats one by one. /p will list information page wise and pauses after each screen. /w will display information horizontally on the screen width. /p/w will display file and directories page wise and horizontal style also. /ah will display all hidden files and directories. /a-d will display only files. /ad will display only directories. /s lists files in specified directory and all subdirectories. /a/s will display all directory and file with subdirectory. /a will display all hidden and non-hidden files and directories. /b lists full file names without format, no header and summary info. /l uses lowercase in listing files. dir t *** will display all files and directories starting with the character T. dir file name gets the size of the file and date of creation. Example d:/dir space test.doc. dir that directory name, for example d:/prompt dir space test. This lists all the directories and file within the test directory. Attributes act like a filter, so you can display only archive, hidden, read only or system files. Use /a: or /a first to specify an attribute. D for directories, R for read only files, H for hidden files, A for files ready for archiving, S for system files. For example, d:/test prompt dir space \a:\h will display every file and directory in the test folder that has marked hidden. Sort order. This command sort file and directories according to given order like by size or date. Use /o: or /o to specify a sorting order. Following commands in capital. N will sort in alphabetical orders with numbers first. S will sort it by size, the smallest file first. E will sort it by extension displayed alphabetically. D will sort the date and time earlier first. G will display directory first. Dash reverse order of listing. Dash use the prefix to reverse the order of listing. For instance, typing /o-n will list file from descending order like Z to A. For example, dir space d:/test space \o:\n space /p will list files located inside test folder of D directory by reverse alphabetical order within bracket /o:\n and by page wise if the listing exceed the screen height. Next DOS command is md or mkdir. md, that is make directory, is for creating directories. It is the equivalent of Windows new folder command. If user wants to create his own directory test1, then command will be d:/prompt md space test1. Next is cd or chdir, that is cd or change directory. It is a useful command for moving from current directory to another one. For example, d:/prompt cd space test1. It will display d:/test1 prompt. ch or cd path // where path is the full path of the folder. / specifies that you want to change to the parent directory. / sends you to root directory no matter where you are. For example, d:/test/test1 prompt cd ... This will send to d:/test prompt and d:/test/test1 prompt cd/ will send to direct to drive d:/prompt. The cd ... command switches from the current directory to the parent directory, whereas the cd/ command switches from the current directory to the root directory. Copycon command is used to create a new file, that is copycon file name. For example, con test.doc will create test.doc file. rd or rmdir command is used to delete a directory. Type rd directory name. For example, d:/prompt rd space test will remove test folder, but folder should be empty first. Type command is used to read the contents of files, that is type file name. For example, type space test1.doc will display contents of this file. ren command is used for renaming the files, that is ren old file name, new file name. For example, ren test.doc space test1.doc will rename test.doc to test1.doc. In this lecture, we have discussed about DOS commands, internal and external commands, wildcards used with commands, attribute of DOS file with attrib command, and some important internal commands of DOS and dir commands in detail. DOS external commands will be discussed in the next lecture. Thank you.